The most exponential opportunity to improve the quality of your life is the 1 hour before you go to bed at night. And without it, it's killing your gains. What's up? It's Coach Frank here at the Critical Bench Compound. And in this series, we are revealing to you the biggest mistakes that you keep making that are halting your muscle building progress, keeping you from breaking through those plateaus so you can build your greatest body and go on and live your greatest life. And in this video specifically, we're going to talk about the sleep and recovery mistakes that are costing you hard-earned gains, both in and out of the gym. Guys, but these mistakes, we can correct all of them. We can correct all the training mistakes. We can correct all of our nutrition and recovery mistakes, which if you haven't done yet, guys, make sure to go back and check out the first 3 videos in this series where we break those down to you. But if you're constantly making the biggest mistake that men are making all around the world, then you're still gonna be tired. You're still gonna be frustrated. You're still gonna be lacking energy. So after this video, guys, what I want you to do, I'm gonna check out the first link down there in the first pinned comment to check out this next video where we're gonna shatter those misbeliefs and reveal to you the 10-second trick to transform your life, optimize your hormones, so you can break through these plateaus, build your greatest body, and become the man that you were meant to be. When we talk about sleep and recovery mistakes, guys, I mean what I said at the beginning. The 1 hour before you go to bed is the greatest opportunity you have to not just improve your training, to not just improve your health, not just improve your gains, but improve the overall quality of your life. Because if our reason for training is to build a great body, but it doesn't translate to living a better life, then why are we doing it? So the biggest mistake that I see men making all around the world, and I've made this in my life before, for years, is not having any pre-bed routine. Everybody talks about what's the best morning routine? What should I do in the first 15, 30 minutes of waking up? I got my gratitude prayer. I get a little quick workout in. I drink 32 ounces of cold water with some squeezed lemon juice in it. We know all of this. So if we have routines for the way that we start our day, why don't we have a routine for the way that we end our day? And in fact, setting yourself up for success the night before is gonna catapult you into actually achieving the success in life that you want. So having a pre-bed routine should be requirements. Well, A, for one, if we're thinking just kind of overall mindset and general health and wellness, like, are you actually spending some time at the end of the day reviewing the day? What did you do? Did you achieve the goals that you set out for? Did your training go the way that you wanted it to? Did you fall short in some areas? And if so, make a plan to improve those for the next day. If you missed a lift at the gym, then get clear on why it happened. Don't just accept it as a failure. Figure out, okay, well, what part of my day actually led me to not achieving the things I wanted to in the gym? Get clear on those answers, so you can then create a plan so it doesn't happen the next day. Also, somewhere in this pre-bed routine, we should really be paying attention, and I'm gonna address here a little bit later on, into what we're actually consuming and what we're doing. We're spending the last minute of our day mesmerized by what's going on in social media, hypnotized by the blue lights on our cell phone. Are we using this as a time to wind down, to spend time with our family, to spend time with our loved ones? So guys, we've got to have some type of pre-bed routine, fully maximizing and setting ourselves up for success for the next day, that 1 hour before bed. Second mistake I see people making all the time is just a poor environment, poor sleeping environment. Things that I think we should start paying attention to in our environment is the bed itself. We all have these preferences. Some people prefer harder mattresses. Some people prefer softer mattresses. Some people prefer cooler temperatures in the bed. Some people prefer warmer temperatures in the bed. Have you actually spent some time thinking about what your preferences are? And then have you set your environment up with those preferences? Or are you just sleeping where you're told to sleep? Light, this is the big one, right? The blue light that is coming off of our phones, of our TVs. I don't believe a TV should actually be in your bed. I think the bed is for 2 things, for sleeping and something else that you do with your wife. But if you have a TV, shut it off. Don't sleep with the TV on. That's blue light is one of the most harmful things to your body, to your mental health. And then the temperature. As I'm sitting here in this warm room sweating while I'm shooting this video talking about temperature, ideally you want to be 71 degrees or below. I like to sleep around 67, 68 degrees. Now my head is cold, but I have blankets and I have cushions. So you want your body to be warm, but you want your head to be cold. Third biggest mistake, guys, is I've talked about it a couple times, both in the routine and in the environment. The biggest mistake I see people making is going to bed with their phone for multiple of reasons why I'm gonna explain to you. First off is literally just using your phone as a way to shut your brain off with the hopes that you're gonna fall asleep, but then you catch yourself 3 hours into consuming YouTube videos and Instagram and you're like, I should be sleeping right now. So instead of getting deep REM sleep and recovering from the previous day's workout, you're consuming mindless content. And then you wonder why you're not making progress in the gym. Another reason why I don't believe that we should have our phones with us in bed is most of us use this phone as an alarm clock, right? And how many times does the alarm go off in the morning because you got a poor night's sleep? You reach over and you hit that snooze button. What if you actually remove that option in your life by not having the phone there? Now that may not actually improve the quality of your sleep immediately, but if you start getting up at the time you say you're gonna get up in the morning, trust me, you're easily gonna fall asleep at night when you wanna fall asleep. Your body's gonna naturally just be too exhausted and too tired to mindlessly scroll through Instagram, but you didn't have your phone with you in the bed anymore, so the option is no longer there. So phones, guys, one of the biggest, if not the biggest mistake. That's why I've mentioned it 3 times here so far. And I think the fourth one is we're just not prioritizing this. We're not putting a focus and emphasis on it. Everybody asks, what's the best training routine? What's the best protein powder for maximum muscle gains? What's the best cardio machine for fat loss? Never had a question, Frank, what's the best mattress to optimize my sleep? What's the best time of the day to go to bed? What's the best pre-bed routine? So the fact that we don't even think about prioritizing some of these things is probably the reason why we're not experiencing the results that we're looking for. And I believe prioritizing our sleep starts in the morning. It starts with getting some real light in your eyes. If you could set your life up in a way where within the first 15 to 30 minutes of you being awake every single day, you're exposing yourself to natural sunlight, this in and of itself will improve the quality of your sleep. 2 things are gonna happen. When you expose yourself to sunlight first thing in the morning, you signal a cortisol release to start that day. Cortisol is a stress hormone. It drives us, it motivates us to get up and get going. So if you're sluggish in the morning, don't reach for the caffeine, look for the sun. And secondly, this sun exposure first thing in the morning is gonna trigger a melatonin release somewhere between 14 to 16 hours later. And melatonin is a sleep hormone. It literally is there for us to wind down and help us sleep. So now some people pop melatonin pills, maybe have in the past, not something I recommend doing because you blunt your natural production of it. But by exposing yourself to natural sunlight in the morning, directly look at it, don't stare at the sun, but allow it to penetrate the bottom of your eyes, you now are gonna trigger this melatonin release for 14 to 16 hours later. So if you time it properly, this will occur around the time that your body is naturally designed to go to sleep. What we do in the gym matters, 100%. Our training, our prioritization, our periodization, our execution of the exercises, our programming, the cardio matters, the nutrition. But you don't build your body in the gym, you break it down and then it builds itself back up through your sleep and recovery. Stop making these mistakes, start implementing the ways to change it. But like we mentioned at the beginning, guys, if you're not solving the biggest mistake that men are making, then yeah, you'll make some progress. Fixing your sleep will advance you 5, 10%, but I want you guys to achieve 100% of what you're capable of. And that's why after this video, guys, go down and check out the next page. Reveal to you the 10-second tip to naturally optimize your hormones, optimize your energy levels, increase your energy, increase your libido, So you just don't break through these plateaus. You just don't build muscle. But at the end of the day, guys, we're doing all this so that we can become the men that we're meant to be. So guys, if you got value out of this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on. Share with us down there in the comment section below. What's the biggest mistake here that you've been making? I bet I know what it is without you even commenting, but I'd love to hear from you guys down there in the comment section. But Coach Frank here at The Compound. I love you guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to go check out the previous 3 videos, training mistakes, cardio mistakes, nutrition mistakes. And make sure to subscribe so you're notified the next time our videos are dropped. We love you guys. See you on the other side.